Live from Baumhower's Victory Grille in Tuscaloosa, welcome to Hey Coach on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Hey Coach is presented by Alfa Insurance. Protect your car's home, life, and business with Alfa. Get a quote or find a local agent at alfainsurance.com. Hey Coach is also brought to you by Everwood, the official treated lumber of Alabama athletics. Ford, for great offers on F-150, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide. Golden Flake, the official potato chip of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Yellow Hammer Brewing, Alabama's finest craft brewery. Toyota, visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. And by Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Now, live from Baumhower's Victory Grille in Tuscaloosa, this is Hey Coach.
It is indeed, and we're so glad to have you with us. Hope you bundled up. And if you're listening to us in North Alabama, hope you're having fun in the snow. But please be careful out there. We're glad you've joined us here in Tuscaloosa. Baumhower's Victory Grille for Hey Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance. Protect your car's home, life, and business with Alfa. We got a busy show. The final home meet of the year for Alabama swimming and diving is this weekend. They'll be playing host to Auburn, and we've got head coach Margot Geer here with us on site, and also one of our great student athletes, Charlie Hawk, will be joining us as well. Speaking of great student athletes, Mo Diabate from the Alabama men's basketball team checks in with us, along with his head coach, Nate Oats. It's another busy show coming up, and if you are a Bama fan, and of course you are, we hope you'll keep up with everything Alabama with that Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app presented by Cadence Bank. It's available at the App Store and at Google Play. Download the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app now for free. You're listening to Hey Coach from Baumhower's Victory Grille. It's the official watch party location of the Crimson Tide, and we will talk with Coach Margot Geer next on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing: chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do, do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill.
2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Come shop everything game day at Pants Store. We're a one-stop shop for women's, men's, and kids' clothing, shoes, and accessories. For the ladies, we have game day rompers, tops, skirts, skirts, white boots, and clear bags. For the guys, we have game day polos, button-downs, quarter zips, and hats. Choose from famous name brands like Foreign Legend, Antigua, Cutter & Buck, Gentile, and more. We can't wait to see you at Pants Store. Shop in store at our 6 locations or online at pantsstore.com. Roll Tide!
Producing championship quality lumber is not an easy process, but at Everwood Preserving, it's our only process. Wood treated right. Everwood offers top-notch pressure-treated wood for decks, outdoor structures, commercial jobs, and more that you can build your reputation on. When it comes to quality, we're on the winning team. Visit your local Everwood dealer today and discover the difference for yourself. Everwood Preserving Incorporated, the official lumber of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Do you say roll tide instead of hello? See elephants in the clouds? Never wear blue and orange together? If so, there's no better way to show your Crimson Tide pride than with the University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card. As passionate as you are about Bama, Regions is even more passionate about celebrating your every financial win and helping you plan for the next one. To order your card, visit regions.com/GoBama. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
We've all been caught up in the little chores that pile up every day. The dishes in the sink, the trash that needs taking out.
We're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't mean try it right now. We're still on the air.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
Our first segment of Hey Coach tonight is presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. With zero sugar and refreshingly delicious, is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. We are back at Baumhower's Victory Grill. Glad to have you with us and glad to welcome in swimming and diving coach at the University of Alabama, head coach Margot Geer. Coach, great to see you. Thanks so much for not laughing at us Southerners too much. The Ohio native, a little perplexed by the concerns over the winter weather in our state, but again, bear with us. You understand what you've been around here for a while. You understand how we panic a little bit.
Yeah, it's been 4 years now, so I totally get it where we're at. But yeah, thanks for having me, Chris. It's fun to be here tonight.
All right, so there are a lot of people in our listening audience that don't know a lot about swimming and diving, but they know Alabama-Auburn. So let's start there. That's the final home meet. It's coming up Friday, and this is awfully big for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, you said it, right? Alabama versus Auburn. No matter what sport, right? It's fun. It's exciting. It's going to be a good competition. So, yeah, Friday is our last dual meet of the season as well before we get into SEC championships and NCAA championships. So, for us, kind of the end of our dual meet run here and a great way to cap it off against an in-state rival.
Talk to us about your staff a little bit. And everybody's young to me these days, but you and your staff certainly qualify in that category. You're not too far removed from your days as a student athlete at Arizona yourself, but also a diving coach in Bo Bunn, associate head coach Andrew Hodgson, and assistants Michael White, Jake Larson, and I'm going to pronounce the last name wrong, Richard
Salas.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you finishing that off. Talk to us about putting together a staff and why that's so important for your program, just like it is any other.
Yeah, just like anything, who you're surrounded by is really, really important. So wanted to bring a staff together that, challenges me, compliments me, makes me better, makes the program better, and I feel like we've done that. Got an assistant over here in the corner, so I'm going to shout out Jake over there. But, yeah, we've got a great staff, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, very driven. We want to bring the best we have every day to the pool. We want to bring the best to the team and obviously push this program forward and do what we can to represent Alabama in the best way possible.
You're the coach of the men's and women's programs. You've got both programs in the top 20. Last year in the NCAA championships, the women 14th, the men 19th. Obviously something to build on and grow as you go forward.
Yeah, I mean, the history of this program goes, it's way before me, right? There's been a lot of success within the program from swimming and diving for many, many years. So, each year trying to build on that. Obviously, recruiting is a big part of that, who we bring in, and then obviously the staff and who we have on staff that can help develop the team and help us keep pushing forward. But, yeah, I really enjoy coaching both sides, men and women. I think it's a challenge to do that, but really enjoy that. And, I always say the teachers are really in the pool. They teach me a lot about, myself and obviously what we're doing. So, love coaching them, men and women.
You talk about the history, and if I'm getting the name wrong, I apologize. Don Gambrell, I believe, was a legendary coach who had so many Olympic athletes, and he worked with the U.S. Olympic team. That is something that you've got a luxury of having a number of student athletes who are trying to become Olympic athletes as well and have an opportunity, don't they?
Yeah, we've got one here tonight, and you're going to hear from him after this, Charlie Hawk. But yeah, Coach Gambrell, obviously a huge piece of this program and really built this program. And so he's, someone I still keep in touch with today, someone that's going to be coming by the pool this weekend. And so, yeah, great to have him around still. And, everything he's done for the program is pretty incredible. All
right. So talk to me about your All-Americans that you've got coming back, 4 men, or 3 men, 4 women, I believe, that are, I guess, kind of the core of what this team is as you're getting the last home meet, but also going to the postseason, hopefully.
Yeah, so these individuals are people who have scored at the highest level at the NCAA championships. And so, again, you'll hear from Charlie Hawk here after me. But men's side, yeah, Charlie Hawk's been a huge piece of this program. And then on the women's side, Avery Wiseman, Kylan Winther, Deanna Petkova, all people that contribute in a big way. They're leading the team. They're doing things day to day that are really helping us out. And then obviously when we get to the competition, they're going to perform, and we can really depend on them to come through and shine bright.
Got the last home meet, as we mentioned, 4 o'clock. Important to make note for those of you that are curious. Yes, the indoor facility is where you'll have the meet on Friday, expecting pretty cold temperatures again. But you've got not just Alabama-Auburn, but it's Alumni Day. You've got a ton coming back, I believe. Senior Day as well, a chance to honor, the ones that are in their final home competition. So it's a lot to be excited about.
Yeah, we cannot wait to have everyone come back. A lot of alumni coming in, people that maybe haven't been here for a little while. So excited to welcome them, to have a great environment over at the pool on Friday at 4 p.m. And, for us, we've talked about trying to honor our seniors the best way possible. And so we want to, send them out on a great note. And we've got a lot of great team members that are graduating this year. So want to honor them and really celebrate them on Friday.
Look forward to it. Again, more information available at rolltide.com. Coach Gear, it's great to see you. Thanks for the time. We appreciate it. Look forward to talking to one of your student athletes in a minute.
Absolutely. Thank you. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide indeed. Coach Margot Gear, Alabama swimming and diving, the men's and women's programs. Again, their final home meet Friday, 4 o'clock, playing host to Auburn University. One of those student athletes we talked about, a great one from Newcastle, Australia. Charlie Hawk with us next here on Hey Coach on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Adoption of teens from foster care is a topic not enough people know about, and we're here to change that. I'm April Dinwiddie, host of the new podcast, Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Each episode brings you compelling real-life adoption stories told by the families that live them with commentary from experts. Visit adoptuskids.org/podcast or subscribe to Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Administration for Children and Families and the Ad Council.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/our stories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
A heads up before something bad happens.
You should not send that text.
Uh-oh. Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can reverse prediabetes and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, but you can't drive high. You can run,
friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Bama fans score big at Baumhower's Victory Grill this season and order their Inflation Bites menu with deals starting at just $7.99, like a pound of traditional award-winning wings, curly fries, and a free beverage for only $11.99. Baumhower's Victory Grill, legendary fun, legendary food. Chris Stewart, Tom Stipe, our producer, back with you here at Baumhower's Victory Grill with Hey Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance. We just talked with head coach Margot Geer a few moments ago from Alabama Swimming and Diving, and we are pleased to welcome in one of the great student athletes on her squad, Charlie Hawk from, I'll make sure I get it right, Newcastle,
Correct.
Australia. Great to see you. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you for having me, Chris. Appreciate it.
We can tell we've gotten you a Southern Australian accent after 3 years now in Tuscaloosa.
I'm picking up on a few Southern words for sure.
What you got one you can use?
I've been using y'all a lot.
Very
That's
nice.
A very versatile word. I'm very much using it a lot more now.
I started to go with that with Coach DeBoer at his press conference the other day. I was going to explain to him that he's in the South and hello is spelled HEYY''ALL. But I decided to avoid it. But you've already picked up on the y'all part. Nicely done. Well, I'll tell you what, y'all are doing really well with what you're doing in the 200 freestyle right now. And help me, Kaike?
Correct.
Alvis?
Yep, you smashed it.
Oh, man, Stephanie helped me out on that earlier. But the two of you, the second fastest time, or you lead the nation, I'm sorry, and Kaike has the second fastest time in the entire NCAA right now, and that's pretty special.
Very special to be able to be up there at the top with Kaike. We train together every single day, so obviously that helps, always competing with each other. And yeah, very special position to be in currently at this point in the season, leading the nation, representing Alabama at the highest stage and hoping to end the season on the same note.
So you get the 200 freestyle, 500 freestyle. You're sixth in that, by the way, fourth in the 400. And not surprisingly, I guess, with that type of success, 4 times already you've been named an All-American, and you're only a junior. Has that sunk in yet, what you've been able to accomplish?
It's been pretty special so far. I'm always trying to look forward to improve that and just do more for the program and for Alabama. So it's great to sort of look back at what I've accomplished, but always trying to improve and do better in the seasons coming.
And now here you are at an opportunity for the final home meet of the year. And I am curious, in swimming and diving, having a good home crowd, does that help? Is there any difference really in competing in a meet at home as opposed to one away from Tuscaloosa?
It absolutely helps. It's such a huge help to get up behind the blocks and look and hear the home crowd cheering for you and just know that, friends, family, fans are behind you. And, not only team members, but, having all those fans come out and cheer, it makes a huge difference. Obviously, when we're in the water, we can't hear as much.
Right.
But behind the blocks and before races and stuff, it makes a huge difference to see that support. Looking forward to a good turnout on Friday.
You're also looking forward to something very, very soon, the Olympics. Qualified already to represent Australia, or you're in the middle of the qualifier? Please forgive me I want to make sure I got that right.
Qualified for our Olympic trials.
Trials, right.
The trials will be held in June back home. So the current focus is on the NCAA season, finish that out, and then we'll shift focus to train towards trials and hopefully make the Australian team.
And we've got a couple of student athletes, I think, that have been invited or have an opportunity to earn trials for the U.S. squad as well. But what would it mean to you to have an opportunity to represent your country in the Olympic Games?
It would mean the world. It's been a dream of mine since I was so young. I can't even remember. I remember putting on Team Australia Olympic merch as a little 6-8-year-old swimmer, just idolizing those swimmers who did get the chance to go to the Olympics. So very proud of everything that I've achieved here and looking forward to further collegiate success. But yeah, representing Australia would definitely be a very special part of my career.
And you get to represent Alabama against Auburn. Now, I don't care where you're from. It only takes a year to understand the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, doesn't it?
I think it took me about 2 weeks to come in and understand how huge of a rivalry that is. So looking forward immensely to getting the opportunity to race them in our home pool as well, and on senior night just makes for such a special occasion. They're really great team, so it'll be amazing racing, hopefully very close. Hopefully we can get there in the end. But yeah, just really excited for the opportunity.
Charlie, we appreciate the time, and we wish you the best of luck not only this weekend against the Tigers, but also throughout the rest of the year and in the Olympic trials as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Charlie Hawk, kind enough to join us from Newcastle, Australia. Member of the Alabama swimming and diving team, representing the Crimson Tide and hoping to represent his country. Coming up here very, very soon. When we come back, we will be turning our attention to Alabama basketball. Mo Diabate will be checking in with us. We'll also have our Performance of the Week presented by Everwood Treatment Company. Later on, we'll be taking your phone calls on the Yellowhammer Brewing Hotline at 877-202-BAMA. Coach Nate Oats joining us in about 10 minutes coming up here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Yellowhammer Brewing is proud to sponsor the Alabama Crimson Tide. Yellowhammer Brewing has been crafting fine beers for the state of Alabama for 12 years running. Their beers include a variety of classic styles, including their latest release, Yellowhammer Gold, a light, easy-drinking American lager. These guys are local and doing great things for their community. You can find their beers at grocery stores, restaurants, and craft beer shops throughout the state. Check them out at yellowhammerbrewing.com. Make your next pint of Yellowhammer and roll Tide.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, let's go places. Get 3.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4. Offer valid through January 31st, 2024. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.52 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Hi, we're RJ Young. We offer technology solutions that power your business, school, hospital, church, law firm, and more. RJ Young will empower your office to be the modern office. That means an office that integrates technology as a business advantage, all to help you work smarter. From managed IT services, office equipment, and technology, business process outsourcing, and digital communications, we're proud to be your one-stop for technology solutions that power your business. Come visit us at rjyoung.com.
Game clock at 38. Jalen getting the snap, taking the knee, and the white flag has been waved from the Georgia sideline. And what do you say, folks? Let's get out of here. Bama, a winner over the Georgia Bulldogs, claiming the SEC title.
For a limited time, get your Chris Stewart Let's Get Out of Here t-shirt at Coleman Coliseum this basketball season, or order online at jnjapparel.net.
Tide fans, Golden Flake Snacks have been a proud partner with the Tide family for 66 years. The South's original potato chip, Golden Flake Snacks are delicious fan favorites because they're crafted from traditional Southern recipes. From crispy, perfectly flavored potato chips to light and airy pork rinds and fluffy, cheesy cheese puffs. Share Golden Flake Snacks with your Tide family and friends. Simple, Southern goodness. That's Golden Flake.
This segment of Hey Coach is presented by Homewood Suites by Hilton in downtown Tuscaloosa. Make yourself at home, stay in comfort, and enjoy the great options of the on-site 205 Bar and Restaurant. Homewood Suites by Hilton in Tuscaloosa, preferred hotel partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Chris Stewart back with you here at Baumhower's Victory Grille, and so glad to have one of our great student athletes with us here, Mo Diabate from the Alabama men's basketball team. Mo, I see you in the short sleeves. This is not cold to you.
No,
from where you're from. New York native, here in the South. Tell everybody how you wound up with the University of Alabama.
There was the last school that I visited. I had a good bond with Coach Brian, Coach Oats, and the play style. I really like the play style. So, and that's one of the main reasons why I came here.
The tempo, the pace, but also as a guy that, like yourself, who's considered maybe a big, but also able to put the ball on the deck a little bit. But maybe at your height, considered undersized in some systems. You fit perfectly here in this system, don't you?
Yeah.
Tell me about what this system allows you to do as a player and the kind of freedom you get, especially in the offensive end.
It allowed me to play my game, just stretch the floor out, bring the ball up, play outside in, inside out. And it's just comfortable for me. So I really enjoy that about our system.
Guy that lets you get it up and down the floor like that has got to be a lot of fun to play with and play for. So many new guys on this team, though. You're one of them. 9 new players. You got 3 returning guys, but they'd only been here a year. How are you guys able to get to bond at the level you have already this season?
Just spending time with each other outside of basketball, playing the game with each other, video game. We just we come from similar backgrounds, so we relate to each other very well, and that's kind of where the bond comes from a lot.
Right. So important in a game of basketball, isn't it? I mean, if you're asked to be unselfish, and even though all you guys come to college having been the top player on your high school team or on your previous team, you come in now, the guys you don't know, you've got to be unselfish with them. There seems to be a big trust factor you guys have built early on. Is that right?
Yeah. That's one of the biggest sacrifices most guys, have to take coming to college. Coming from a big school or being the top player, then when you come to a system, you just got to play a role and play it well. So. And we all just bought in, and it's been working for all of us.
Looks like it has been. Last thing before we let you go, tell us about playing for Coach Oats. What type of coach is he to play for?
Oats, he pushes us to play hard. He's constantly telling us to stay in the gym. He tells us the things that we don't want to hear, but it's it's beneficial for us. And He's just a hard worker. He's always, watching film, telling us to watch film, keeping us focused, locked in. And I like being coached by him.
That was a rough game the other night, Mississippi State. I'm going to guess you guys slept pretty well when you got back to Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, we got some good sleep, man.
They slept better after a win, though. Mo, thanks for the time. Congratulations on the success you've had here in your freshman year. We see you getting more playing time and looking for a lot more from you in the days and weeks to come.
Thank y'all for having me.
Mo Diabate, kind enough to join us here on Hey Coach tonight as we continue on from Baumhower's Victory Grille. Hey Coach is presented by Alfa Insurance. Protect your cars, home, life, and business with Alfa. Get a quote or find a local agent at alfainsurance.com. Great performers. We just talked with a member of the men's basketball team. The Everwood Performance of the Week goes to Alabama women's basketball guard Aaliyah Nye, who connected on 15 points in the Tide's 81-63 win over Georgia last week in Athens. In doing so, Aaliyah joined the 1,000 Career Point Club. Congratulations to Aaliyah Nye and the entire women's basketball team for their great start this season. That is your Everwood Performance of the Week. Everwood, wood treated right. We're taking a break. We're coming back with more from Baumhower's Victory Grille and head coach Nate Oats, scheduled to join us next here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Coleman Coliseum gives the Tide a big home court advantage. When it comes to your home, count on Tri-Green Equipment to give you a big tried and true advantage with our lineup of John Deere equipment. From riding mowers, compact utility tractors, gators, to large agricultural equipment, they've got serious game. Plus, the tried and true Tri-Green team is always there when you need an assist. Stop by one of our locations or visit TriGreenEquipment.com. Proud sponsors of Alabama Crimson Tide basketball.
At Alabama Roofing Professionals, our first priority is you, the customer, and ensuring that you are a happily satisfied customer with a roof that you love. We are professionals in the roofing business and will treat your home like it's our own. For a free quote, visit us online at alroofpros.com. Official roofing partner of the Crimson Tide, Alabama Roofing Professionals. Our name says it all.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays. The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training, and the very next day, he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. My way of continuing my service is to help protect my community by being a responsible gun owner and by storing firearms safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
This message is for Karina, our mom who finished her high school diploma at age 28. Hi, Mom. It's Amethyst and Nicholas.
Congratulations on getting your diploma.
You worked so hard and have taught us so much. We love you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Nate Oats livid with Orlando's Pool, the official across the way. Sears trying to shake free. His State leads it by one. Sears trying to give it off. Does to Griffin. Right on the drive. To the rack. Left-handed layup. He's good. At Bama Highlight, presented by Yellowhammer Brewing, brewed locally in Alabama and served to fans across the Southeast. Mark Sears, the senior from Muscle Shoals, Alabama, earning his first career SEC Player of the Week honor. The SEC making that announcement earlier today. It's the first for Mark, and he shares the honor with Tennessee's Dalton Connect. Mark averaging 26.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists against South Carolina and Mississippi State last week. Shot 64% from the field, 61% from three-point range, and a perfect 13 of 13 from the free throw line. Congratulations to Mark Sears, the SEC Player of the Week. And his head coach just put the headset on and joins us here at Baumhower's Victory Grill, Coach Nate Oats. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us, and congratulations on a 3-0 start in SEC play.
Yeah, it's good to start out undefeated for 3. We got 15 left, though, so we got a long ways to go.
You do, but for this team, with so many new faces, I'm hesitant to say ups and downs because the 3 teams in a row that you lost to were great teams, and you almost won. You were in a position to win each of the 3 games. That being said, to see them continue to keep their heads down, keep working, grinding through and getting to league play and getting off to a good start, it's got to have you excited about them.
No, it is. I mean, I think we tested ourselves against some of the best teams in the country. You look at the teams we played in the non-conference. I mean, Purdue's maybe the best team in the country. They've been ranked 1 longer than anybody. Arizona was ranked number 1 for a little bit. Creighton's been top 10 at one point, top 25 most of the year. So we played, some good teams. Clemson's one of the better teams in the ACC. We weren't quite good enough to pull them out. But for large parts of those games, we were good enough. I mean, 4 of our 5 losses, we were up at least 6 in the second half. So, we need to get some resilience about us, some toughness, a defensive mindset. I think it's coming. I think we saw it against Mississippi State. It was as good a defense as we played, I think, all year, and they're a tough team, and I think we out-toughed them. So, we need to play well against Missouri here tomorrow night. We need the crowd support to come out. So, hopefully all the bad weather's over by the morning, and we can get everybody out there, because if we can get to 4-0, because we got a tough stretch coming up here. After Missouri, we got Tennessee and Auburn. So, we need to be playing our best basketball here in a week or so.
I saw the grin on your face when you said bad weather, because having come from Buffalo and having been born and raised in Wisconsin to sit here, I got it right, thankfully, to have that, what snow looks like. You haven't seen snow here yet, and we don't like to. So it's a little different around here, Coach. You know that. They
don't know what to do when snow comes around here. They're talking about closing everything for very little snow, but they also don't have the capabilities to clean it all up either. So in Buffalo, they're playing the Bills Steelers game now. My first year in Buffalo, I think it dropped 8 feet of snow in less than 24 hours. My first year as an assistant up there, that was even a little much for me.
It's tough to recruit that, isn't it?
Just tell them it's the same temperature.
For the other side.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good enough. Well, let's get to the phones. And our first question is always brought to you by Alabama 811, and to help prevent injuries, outages, and loss of life. Very important right now with stuff falling in the northern part of the state, especially. Call 811 or visit al811.com before you dig. It's free, it's simple, and it's the law. Also, it's the law. Pee Wee to be the first caller here on Hey Coach. Pee Wee, go ahead with Coach Nate Oats.
Hey Coach, how are you, sir?
I'm good, Pee Wee. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Y'all were talking about a little bit of the earlier, in the 3-game stretches. The game the other day up at State, against a really, really hostile crowd, and ground through it. But what we did in that game was free throw shooting. I mean, we hit. I know we were perfect in the second half, but I don't remember exactly what the first half was, but it was pretty close to the thing. And, we haven't been able to do that up to this point of this year at this efficiency. So I'm just wondering, I know that you and the coaching staff like that, but when the players do that, do they see how they do that? They kind of rally around each other for that?
Yeah, I think we only missed 1 free throw after the first 4 minutes of that game, if I remember correctly, because we went 100% in the second half, and I think we only missed 1 after the first 4 minutes. So, and our 4 guards went 16 to 16. Mark, Ryland, Aaron, and Trelly. So we got the right guys to the free throw line that game. We for sure got the right guys to the free throw line in the second half, late in the game, and we stepped up and made them. And Mississippi State was not hitting theirs, which was fortunate. So, sometimes you lose games at the free throw line. It's nice when you can step up and win them at the free throw line. But I do think, all the guys on the team see everybody else making them. There's a little pressure to make them. There's a little expectation that this is what we do. So it's nice that we have that going on right now.
Thank you for the call, Pee Wee. 877-202-BAMA. That's the Yellowhammer Brewing Hotline. It's where you can join Coach Nate Oats as we continue from here at Baumhower's Victory Grille. Hey Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance. Protect your cars, home, life, and business with Alfa. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime,
But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Producing championship quality lumber is not an easy process, but at Everwood Preserving, it's our only process. Wood treated right. Everwood offers top-notch pressure-treated wood for decks, outdoor structures, commercial jobs, and more that you can build your reputation on. When it comes to quality, we're on the winning team. Visit your local Everwood dealer today and discover the difference for yourself. Everwood Preserving Incorporated, the official lumber of the Alabama Crimson Tide. If you're looking for the best selection in Crimson Tide apparel, look no further than the Soup Store. The Soup Store is every Bama fan's ultimate destination for the hottest gear and accessories, with 3 great locations around campus to serve you: in Tuscaloosa on campus at the University Student Center, on the Strip in front of Bryant-Denny Stadium, and on Bryant Drive. If you can't get to Tuscaloosa, shop the Soup Store online at soupstore.ua.edu. The Soup Store is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics.
You know that feeling when you're doing what you love? You're in the zone, truly and fully alive, lost in thought. You know what you're not thinking about? Insurance. That's where Alfa comes in. Alfa handles all things insurance, so you're free to do anything. So get out there and live your best life. Whatever your thing is, we've got you covered. That's life with Alfa Insurance. Visit alfainsurance.com to learn more.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Alabama. Greatness starts here. See your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture. That's why at CB&S Bank, we're proud to sponsor the University of Alabama Athletics and prouder to take the field or court with you. Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
To shoot. Sears taking it to the timeline. Now center of the floor. Down to the elbow. Teardrop. Yes! Bart Sears does it again. 18 for Sears. And Bama leads it 76-74 with 2:12 to go. Hey, Coach is presented tonight by CB&S Bank. Bank anywhere at any time with CB&S Bank's digital solutions. Managing your finances has never been so easy. Coach Mark Sears named the SEC Player of the Week. Another great outing for him in the ball game, and not shocking that he would be one of the co-players of the week in the conference.
Yeah, no, he's been playing well. He came on in the second half. I think both those games he came on strong. Well, the South Carolina game, we need him in the first half, but he's been shooting it really well. I mean, he's getting downhill. He gets the free throw line. He doesn't miss free throws. He's one of the best guards in the conference, and he's really starting to play both sides of the ball well. He's good. I mean, there's not a whole lot of holes in his game. I mean, he makes threes. He makes good reads. He handles it in pick and roll. Finishes at the rim. He's got the complete game, and I think he's really bought into being a leader, great teammate. I felt like this week's been the best week for him, leading, really pulling for his teammates too. So, right. It's funny how that works sometimes. You just dive all into the team, and next thing you know, you're playing really well yourself.
He's a guy too, Coach, isn't he, that really worked so hard in his first 2 years of college to change his body, to change his skill level. He was a very nice player coming out of Muscle Shoals, but probably not an SEC player at that time, but what he was able to do off the court as well as on the floor allowed him to get into position to where he could be the best player in the league this year.
No, he could. I mean, he's positioned. I think he's playing better than any guards in the league right now. You know, now we're going to have to continue to win, and he's going to have to continue to play well, but he's got a chance. I mean, you know, if we continue to win, now they look at the teams that are winning the championships for like player of the year, but he's got a chance at that for sure.
All right, Coach, let's go to the Yellowhammer Brewing Hotline. Jeff is in Birmingham. You're next up. Go ahead with Coach.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Coach Oats. I've got a quick question for you. I have really enjoyed lately watching Wright Sale and Rylan Griffin's game develop even more than it already has. Is Rylan Griffin and Latrell, are they becoming leaders on the team? Because their game indicates that they are. And I'll hang up and listen.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, no, Rylan, for sure. You know, he's a returner. He's playing well. He's been our best defender. Those two have really been our best defenders, you know. And Trelly, too, because Trelly's smart. He's played in college before. He's got a good IQ. He's got good feel. Like, both those guys in their own way have been leading a little bit more, playing better on the offensive end for sure. But the two of them have been our best defensive perimeter players throughout the year. So it's good. It's good that they're both playing well on offense because, you know, we'd like to have those guys out there a little bit more. You know, and as good as those two are playing on defense and offense, we kind of went with 4 guards and put Rylan at the 4 for decent parts of that Mississippi State game. And, you know, I mean, they're one of the toughest, most physical teams in the league. So if you can do that against them, you can probably do it against some other teams as well. But, you know, we need to get everybody playing well, but those two are starting to hit their peak right now.
Thank you for the call, Jeff. Coach, let's talk about your team a little bit and I guess going through the grind of SEC play. And actually your next opponent's walking in right now in the Mizzou Tigers, coming in to enjoy Baumhower's Victory Grill. This is another example of one of those teams that's so tough night in and night out. And you kind of joked about it, but 18 games in the league, you're 3 in. Well, nice job, but here come 15 more that you know are going to be an absolute battle.
Yeah, no, the SEC's not an easy league, so every night out it's a tough game. Should probably say all really good things about Missouri now that they're in the building.
It's a good call.
But no, I mean, you know, we've seen it year to year. We 2 years ago, between the 2 years we won the championship, we lost to Georgia and gave them their only win that year. So, you know, we for sure have learned the lesson that anybody in this league can beat anybody. And you look at what's gone on. I mean, even last weekend, and you know, every team's got talented players, especially now at the portal. You know, every team's got kids that have scored it at a really high level, at some level, whether, you know, it's been here in the SEC or somewhere else. So, you know, it's not going to be an easy run. We don't expect it to be easy. We're fortunate to be 3-0, and you know, we got a tough one at home, and then we got a tough one on the road at Tennessee. So, got a tough week in front of us.
You played a really tough, physical Mississippi State team the other night, and Nick Pringle gets the start, and he draws the assignment on Tolu Smith. And I jokingly said today to somebody he was really efficient. He had 5 fouls in 6 minutes. That's not easy to do. But he got a couple early, and then it just kind of snowballed on him, which was tough. And in years past, you lose a starting big in that situation. It may be very tough to stay on the floor with a team like Mississippi State. But talk to us about the job your bigs did, Grant Nelson in particular, but also with Wagi and Diabate, and collectively what they did to help make that a manageable game, one where you were able to win it down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, Nick had been playing really well for us, so it's unfortunate he fouled out, but he's had a propensity to foul out this year, so we've had to deal with that in previous games. You know, him and Wagi both fouled out of those 3 straight games, which I've never heard of the same 2 players fouling out of 3 straight games in a row, but he got the couple early. You know, I think it got him a little frustrated. He came out of the second half, picked up another early one. Was a little frustrated. I mean, it's just he's got to learn to do better. He's got to learn to guard without fouling. But we got him some rest, and in a tough game when everybody else got banged up a little bit. I mean, Grant had to log a bunch of minutes. I thought that was as good a game as Grant's played all year defensively. He did a great job on Tolu, and Waikiki with his foot deal. We only played him not just over 9 minutes. So we were able to rest Waikiki and Pringle. Now, Missouri's not a team that has like a Tolu Smith. They're play a lot more in the perimeter, take a lot of threes, try to play a little faster. So it's not necessarily a game where you need them. Like when you play Tennessee, they're going to have they traditionally try to punch it inside a little bit more like Mississippi State. So, we're going to need those guys in some of these games. We've got good bigs we have to play against. But it was nice to see Grant was able to guard one of the better bigs in the league and rebound with him and play well. So, we're getting tougher, and some other guys are stepping up.
Coach, always appreciate the time. Thanks so much. Good luck tomorrow night.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Chris. Roll Tide.
Coach Nate Oats joining us here at Baumhower's Victory Grill. So glad to have Coach with us, and the ultimate Crimson Tide shopping experience is at Alumni Hall. Get all your officially licensed Bama gear and apparel for the entire family, including top brands like Nike, Peter Millar, Southern Tide, and Johnny O at Alumni Hall. Shop at Alumni Hall in Tuscaloosa, Huntsville, or online at alumnihall.com. Alumni Hall is where Bama fans shop. We're coming back to Baumhower's Victory Grill with more Hey Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance. Protect your car's home, life, and business with Alfa, here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because feeling full can sound like this.
How did the interview go? I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
And like this.
Mom, I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/act now. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Did you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container, because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Adopt U.S. Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the Lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking. Like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Alabama. Greatness starts here. See your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
Trustmark is the bank that fits you to a
T.
You can bank right on your phone or
tablet
with the My Trustmark app. Our mortgage lenders will help you buy your dream
2-story tutor.
And Trustmark Tailored Wealth offers
tried and true
advice that makes
transforming
your future a piece of
toast.
Nice. Trustmark. People you trust. Advice that works. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
You can
trust your car to the place with the star. With tech running your engine, enjoy your hobbies near and far. Fill your car with all your friends and love the time you spend. So trust your car to the Texaco Star.
When you fill up with Texaco with TechRun, you get unbeatable mileage to help fuel what you love to do. Download the Texaco app to find a station near you.
During the pandemic, we put a lot on hold. One of the things missed may have been keeping up with our regularly scheduled vaccinations. Hi, I'm Dallas Turner.
And I'm Rodell Williams. We're here to remind everyone across the state to protect the entire Bama community by staying up to date with all recommended vaccinations.
Flu season is coming, and COVID-19 continues to affect our community. So don't wait. Vaccinate.
Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM to learn more about how you can stay safe and up to date on vaccinations for you and your children.
Stay safe and roll Tide.
Back to wrap things up here at Baumhower's Victory Grill for Hey Coach, and we look at what's on tap next for Bama, presented by Yellowhammer Brewing. Brewed locally in Alabama and served to fans across the Southeast, Yellowhammer Brewing. We actually look ahead, not to tomorrow, but to Saturday. They've set the tip time for Alabama and Tennessee in Knoxville. It'll be a 2 Eastern, 1 o'clock Central tip. So 1 o'clock Central tip. That means our airtime on the network Saturday from Knoxville will begin at noon. So that's on Saturday. But tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, the Crimson Tide taking on for a 6 o'clock tip the Mizzou Tigers. Radio coverage at 5 from the lobby of Coleman Coliseum. And then tip-off time, 6 Central, Alabama taking on Missouri here in Tuscaloosa. And hey, by the way, if you missed any portion of tonight's show, you can always catch it on demand on our Alabama Insider podcast. Download and subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Hey Coach is presented by Alfa Insurance, and our show tonight we have had a number of guests in addition to Alabama head coach Nate Oats and Mo Diabate from the Bama men's basketball team. We also had head coach Margot Gear, the head coach of the swimming and diving program at the University of Alabama, one of her great student athletes, Charlie Hawk, and we appreciate them taking time to be with us here tonight. That's going to do it from Baumhower's Victory Grill. The Vice President and General Manager of the Crimson Tide Sports Network is Jim Carabin. Our studio engineer has been Jerry Kelly. Ethan Carabin has been producing our Facebook Live pictures. Tom Stipe is our radio producer engineer. I'm Chris Stewart. Thanks for joining us. Roll Tide and good night from Baumhower's Victory Grill.